All right, hello friends. My name is Shauna. This is our movement basics class, and we are gonna do some good movement here together today. If you have like a light pair of dumbbells, we'll be utilizing those later on. In the meantime, we're gonna work down on the floor, loosen up our low back, strengthen our glutes a bit, and get our lower core firing just a bit. So when you're ready, go ahead and take your time. We're gonna make our way on down. Ideally, if you have a mat that you can lie on, it helps you. You can use a chair to help lower yourself on down. And then as you come on down, as I mentioned, we're going to roll onto your back. Let's spin around so I can see my clock. And kind of starting from sitting, just slowly lower yourself down, draw your stomach in, take yourself all the way down with your feet flat on the ground, with the knees bent, and rest your head back. From here, I'm going to roll to the side and now draw your shoulder back and down. You can roll to the other side again so you can get a nice spread, open chest position. Beautiful. Now, if you are on a yoga mat, walk your feet either outside your hips or to the edge of your mat. Position your head so you're looking straight up towards your ceiling. Now we're going to lower your knees, our windshield wipers, lowering both knees to one side. It's okay to kind of let the feet come off the ground, rolling a little bit to the side of your ankle. Breathing in as you lift the knees up, breathing out as you lower the knees down. Really good. About 3 times each direction. Some gentle internal and external rotation through the hips. Excellent. Try to remember which side we started on. And go ahead and reposition. So now I'm going to keep the feet flat and walk the feet back in. So they're a little bit inside the mat, just underneath the hips. And next we're going to start, we call it our abdominal hollow. So you want to first roll your hips forward, create some space with your lower back from the ground. And then when you're ready, you're going to roll the hips back. You can hold one hand underneath your back and practice pushing your spine into the floor. Try to avoid holding your breath as you do so. And then I let my hips roll away, give that space again. And then when you're ready, I'm going to draw my belly in, push that lower spine into the floor. And you want to feel your belly pushing out. It's called like a bracing position. And anytime you need a rest, you just let the space come back, hips roll forward, meaning towards the thighs or towards the ceiling. And then I draw the stomach in, push that lower spine to the ground. And it's a little bit of like an oxymoron because you're drawing that spine towards the floor, drawing your belly button in, but then you want to feel like your belly pushes out, your whole abdomen braces. One more time, give a little bit of space. And then draw that lower hip into the ground, push that spine to the floor, hold that brace position. And rest. Fantastic. From here, we're going to warm up the ankles. Lift your right leg off the ground, interlace the hands in front of the knees. If you're comfortable to do so, go ahead and extend your left leg straight out on the ground. And I want you to actively try to push that left thigh towards the floor as now you draw your right knee towards the right shoulder. And then we'll add the circles, circling your ankle around. Point the toes, lift the toes. Fantastic. And then when you're ready, start to roll that ankle the other way, lift and point. And then we're going to switch sides. Release the right leg. You can start with it bent, foot flat. Draw the left leg back up. Lift that left leg off the ground. Interlace the hands in front of the shin. And then as you choose, extend through the right leg. Remember, we want to get that active engagement of that right thigh, drawing it towards the floor, and then left knee towards the left shoulder. Go ahead and begin those ankle circles. Really nice. When you're ready, start to circle the opposite way. Lift and point, spin it around. Good. And release. Beautiful. Coming back to the bent knee, both feet flat. So I'll set the left leg down, draw the right leg up. And next, we're going to start to practice some bridge work for the lower hips and to kind of wake up the back of the body. So arms can rest palms down at the sides of the body. And then it's going to start very similar to that abdominal hollow that we practiced before those ankle rolls. You're going to draw the stomach in, pushing the low back into the floor. And then as you drive through your feet, you're going to gradually lift the hips off the ground. Be like 6 inches or so. And then nice and slow, you're going to lower your spine towards the floor. Bring the hips back down. And that's our bridge practice. So full foot pushes into the ground. Look to keep your knees wide. Sometimes those knees will start to dive in as you lift the hips up. And just up and down. You can move as slow or as fast as you'd like. I tend to focus a little bit more on that slower edge. Every time you lift the hips up, you want to try to get a little bit more engagement. So give some good intention. Try to feel deep into your glutes. Wake up those muscles that are hanging out there. Come back down. We're going to fully rest. Lovely. All right, well, now we're going to go back to a stretch for the hips. Left leg extends straight out. We're going to move into our glute stretch. Interlace the hands once again on the right shin in front of the knee. And now you're going to start to guide that right knee over towards the left side to create some length through this outer hip. Yeah. Depends on your comfort. If you want to pull yourself deeper and turn it into a little bit more of a spinal twist, you can. That's your choice. I'm going to stay focused more on that glute stretch right now. Let's hold about another 10 to 15 seconds. And as you're stretching, see if you can focus on some nice, deep, extended breaths. Either trying to breathe in the nose and out the mouth, or in and out the nose. One more breath. And release. We're going to get ready to switch sides. So right leg goes down. Left leg comes up. Then extend that right leg straight out on the ground. And now the left leg, we're going to pull again diagonally across the body. Start to open up that outer hip. Please feel free to rest your eyes closed. Give your attention towards your breathing. If you went deeper into that twist on your right side, try to do the same stretch here on the left. Think about another 20 seconds here. If your neck has started to extend, try to lift the head, draw your chin in, and give a nice neutral position for that upper neck. Sometimes our chin starts to sneak up, gives a little bit more extension to that neck. And release. Beautiful. All right, we're going to get one more time through. We'll have different stretches, but we're going to do both the abdominal hollow and the glute bridge. So first, the abdominal hollow, knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Your choice if you want to take that one hand and slide it under the small of your back. I can even rest the other hand right on top of my abdomen. And then when you're ready to begin, you'll pull the belly, pushing that low back, feel that pressure either against the floor or against the hand. And now in this second round, see if you can get a little bit more focus deeper into like your area of your pelvic floor. Like you're trying to stop yourself from going to the restroom. Anytime that your muscles are starting to fatigue and you need a break, let the hips roll away. Take that pause. And then when you're ready, breathing out, drawing in. Engage the pelvic floor. And then practice holding this position without holding your breath. So still breathe as you hold here. Good. Anytime you're ready for a break, I'm going to let my hips roll forward one more time. And then I'm going to draw them back, regain that abdominal pressure while still breathing, squeezing into that lower pelvic floor area. Really common to want to hold the breath as you're engaging those muscles. So just remember, it's all practice. And when you're all done there, go ahead and release totally. Awesome. Next, our double kneaded chest. So we kind of pick both legs up off the ground. Shins on the front of both knees. You can kind of pull your knees to the outer shoulders. And then only if it feels good to do so, just gently rock yourself side to side. It's like a little self-massage for that lower back. Good. All right, last exercise on the ground. Before we roll it over anyhow, on our back would be more accurate. It's going to be our final round of that glute bridge. So after you've given yourself that little massage, let's go ahead and place the feet back flat on the floor. You can rest the hands either at the sides or even on the front of your hips. Reposition your head, so make sure that chin is nice and neutral. And then when you're ready, you're going to start with that abdominal hollow. Engage the pelvic floor, draw the low back into the ground, and then push through your feet as you raise those hips up. Breathing in as you bring them back down. Really nice. And then breathing out. Start to pulse those hips back up. Good. We're going to take another 45 seconds here. On round 2, if you're feeling warmer through your hips and your lower spine, we're going to focus to maybe pulse just a tad faster. Coming up and down in about 1 to 3 seconds both ways. Just lightly touching the hips down and then bringing them right back up. Good. I want you to avoid any kind of pinching sensation. Sometimes the front of our hips will give a little pinch. So if you do experience that pinch, keep your bridge a little bit lower. Don't push through that. It's usually the sign of a little bit of impingement happening through your hip. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead and release. Awesome. All right, friends, if you can, I want you to roll to the side of your body. See if you can get yourself propped up onto your arm. And we're going to look to try to stretch out those quads. So if you can reach your foot, we're going to bend the knee of the top leg, grab the ankle. And now we're going to look to pull the foot towards the hip and just see what's happening to the shoulder. See where I am? This is where we don't want to be. So try to lift up. Diane, try to move your elbow out a little bit so it's right underneath the shoulder. Good. Awesome. If this is completely uncomfortable for anyone, you could extend the arm and lie your head on your shoulder. We're going to go another 10 seconds here. There we go. Everybody's like, yeah, we'll take that option. Those of you that maybe weren't able to grab your foot, go ahead and release that foot when you're ready. It also helps. You can kind of get a towel or a band and wrap around your foot. Those of you that want to just roll over, you can roll over and have your back to me. I'm going to spin myself around so I can see the clock and see those of you that are here live. And then we're going to do the same stretch on the other side. So if you want to extend that bottom arm, rest the head on your shoulder. And we're going to bend the knee of that top leg, look to grab the foot. And now if you're someone that can't grab the foot, what you can also do instead is leave the foot on the ground and kind of just walk that foot behind, start to get an opening in the front of the hips. Ideally, we'd like to stretch a little bit deeper into the quad. Careful there, Laura. Excellent. And then once again, if you want to just relax those eyes closed, focus on your breathing. We're going to hold for about another 15 seconds. One more nice deep breath in, pausing at the top of your breath. And then extended breath out. Beautiful. When you're ready, if you're holding that foot, release that foot. And now we're going to come into a tabletop position. So you want to try to roll over to hands and knees. Your way onto that tabletop. We're going to do a few of our cat-cow movements, and then we're going to make our way to standing. So as you come onto hands and knees, spread through your palm. And then when you're ready, we're going to breathe in, lifting up like we're imitating an angry cat, chin towards the chest. And then as you breathe out, draw the shoulders down out of the ears, just softly arch that lower spine, eyes looking forward. Lovely. Nice big breath in. Straighten out those elbows, push through the arms, chin to the chest. Maybe glance between the thighs. And smooth breath out. 2 to 3 more on your own. out, eyes forward. Give a little extension through the neck and the lower spine. 1 or 2 more. Up and forward. Really nice. And then when you're ready, start to make your way up. So if you can do it without using the chair, maybe kind of swing that leg forward, coming into a kneeling position. If you need to use the chair, pushing down, making your way up. Really nice. Good work. There it is. Awesome. Y'all make it look easy. All right. If you have some water nearby, let's grab a drink. And then before we jump into our next circuit, we're going to come into a seated position. And we're going to do a little bit more warm up for our spine and our mid back, as well as those shoulders. We're going to do our mid back rotations from seated here. So as you come to seated, you want to have both feet flat on the floor, and we're going to start with your left arm. You're going to breathe in, bring that left arm behind the head, allow the right hand to rest on this inside of that knee. And then now we're going to breathe in again, bring that elbow towards your opposite thigh, sit all the way up, and now we're going to pivot the body, following that elbow with your gaze, looking behind you. We're going to do that 4 more times, breathing in, bowing forward, breathing out, shoulder back and down as you rotate. Very good. Breathing in, coming forward, out, and pivot. So we do these mid-back rotations to keep that mobility through that rib cage. It's really common that we can get stiff through that thoracic spine area. 1 more time, breathe it in. Sitting tall. And now hold this open position for a full 3 breaths. So draw that left shoulder down out of your ears. Either in the nose and out the mouth, or in and out the nose. After that 3rd breath, go ahead and unwind. Awesome. All right, in between sides, we're going to take your left arm once again, reach it up, bend the elbow, chin in as you reach over and try to grab that left elbow. Give it a nice little tricep stretch. And then if you're able to, and you want to go deeper into the stretch, you can add the side bend, bending away from that elbow. Good, coming up. And bending down. Beautiful. 1 more time. Just keep that chin in, protect your neck. And release. Beautiful. Shake out those arms. And I slam them into the chair. Alternating which arm comes on top. Very good. And then we're going to get ready for the same thing on your right side. We're going to start with those mid-back rotations first. Breathing in, draw the hand behind the head, draw that elbow back. And now for that next breath in, elbow down, up and down, sitting tall, and pivot. Good, breathing in. Breathing out. Beautiful. 5 times total. Here's number 3. On that 5th one, we're going to have an extended hold in our open position. Big breath in, coming forward. And sitting tall, smooth breath out. I think we have 1 more. And now as you sit all the way up, turn. Keep your eyes focused on that right elbow. Shoulder out of the ear on that right side. And 1 or 2 more breaths. When you're ready, go ahead and release. Relax that arm down. And now we're going to stretch your tricep on that right side. So when you're ready, reach straight up towards the ceiling. Tuck the chin down, look like you're trying to reach for that stretch on your back. Other hand comes around. Very good. Make sure you're secure through those legs. And then only if you want to, bending away from the side that's stretching. Good. Breathe in. Lengthen as you come back to the top. And then breathe out. Beautiful. 1 more time. Breathing in. And breathing out. Perfect. All right, release the arms. Shake it out. And now we're going to do some reverse shoulder shrugs. So as you breathe in, you're going to elevate through the shoulders and roll them back. And now rest them down. Good. Breathe in. Raise them up. Breathe out, lowering them down. Beautiful. This is a great exercise to do if you find that you're stiff in your upper neck and shoulders. Kind of adds to it just for that moment, but then you really focus on that downward shrug. You want to give that space. One more time. In through the nose and out. Lovely. All right, friends, let's go ahead and make our way up to standing. If you have a chair or a countertop, we are going to be doing an elevated plank with the option of the push-up. So it all depends upon your space. Ideally, if you're using the back of the chair, I'd like for you to have the chair like against a wall, against a couch. I'm going to be a little bit of a daredevil here and have mine freestanding, but I want you at home to be nice and safe, okay? And next, we're going to start with some good mornings. So our next series is going to be some hinging motion and then some push-ups as our second exercise. So let's go ahead and warm up that hinge. Draw your stomach in with that little bend in your knees. You want our toes to be pointing forward. We're going to draw our arms up, crossing them over the opposite shoulder. And then with that nice tall chest, you're going to push your hips straight back, bow your chest down, pressing that long spine position. Beautiful. And then drive the legs, squeeze the glutes, and stand all the way up. Coming back up. Good. Breathing in, long spine, bow down. Excellent, ladies. Breathing out, push the feet and stand. There you go. Again, Diane, make sure we don't fold through the chest. So try to raise your arms up, keep that mid back nice and flat. That's better, good. Nice, and then drive the legs, squeeze the glutes and stand. Let's take it through one more. Breathe in, chin in, so look down at your feet as you bow down. I'm cheating by watching you all and then standing tall, good. All right. From there, if you want to use any weights, you can either hold one weight right between your legs, or you can hold two weights on the either side of your legs. And I'm going to be going the 2-weight option. So very similar movement that we just practiced. Now we're going to hold a little bit of weight and do the same thing. So again, check in at your feet. We don't want any toes pointing out. So toes forward, shoulders squeezed back, stomach drawn in. And then when you're ready, pressing that long spine, bowing down, keeping those weights close to your ankles. And then nice and smooth to stand. About 2 to 3 seconds to lower and about 1 second to stand all the way up. Very good. Hinging at the hips and pushing through. Your choice if you want to take it all the way to the floor. If you're someone that struggles with your hamstring flexibility or it's tough for you to reach down and touch your toes without feeling really stiff, then shorten your range of motion as you work to improve that. Couple more times, bowing forward and squeeze the glutes, standing tall. Last one. Very good. That looks great, Diane. Nice job, Laura. And after you finish that rep, practice those same mechanics as you set it down. Make sure you have some space to now come to your push-ups. Great job. All right, now we'll come to that elevated surface. Maybe it's the back of the chair, the back of the couch. If you want to watch me first, we're going to do a little hybrid of 2 motions. So first, you're going to lead with the heart coming down to your surface. And now at the top of your push-up, you're going to lift one knee up and then the other knee up, like bringing it towards your elbow. So it's a push-up. And then we work our mountain climber, breathing out as you lift the knee up. Very good. If you haven't started, go ahead and begin. Lowering down. Ideally, we'd like to bring that chest all the way up and down. Good. As you lower down, don't wing those elbows out, but keep them tucked in. Beautiful. Yeah. And then breath out on each knee drive. Awesome job. Control down, squeeze the glutes. Make sure you hold a nice strong plank with the rest of your body. Awesome. 1 or 2 more times. Shoulders draw back as the chest lowers down. Let's do the last time. Controlling in. Stand it or push it up. And draw those knees through. Fantastic. All right, friends, come off your push-up station. And then as we recover, we're going to do our side step arm swing. So make sure you're not going to slam your hands into your chair, your wall. Work that lateral step. And just open through your chest. Beautiful. All right, 30 seconds and we'll be back to work that deadlift once again. If it doesn't feel right for you to hold weight today, you can continue to practice what we call that good morning, where you're bowing down and standing tall. Based upon how your first set felt, if you want to go a little bit heavier, now I'm going to hold a little bit heavier dumbbell and I'm going to hold it right between the legs. All right, standing tall, draw the stomach in, squeeze the shoulders back, long spine, and then when you're ready, go ahead and begin pushing through the feet, practicing standing up with grocery bags, laundry baskets, maybe paint cans, over and up. Very nice. Breathing in, bowing down, breathing out, standing tall. Good. Go ahead and keep yourself working. I'm just going to come a little closer so I can get a little better eye on everybody. Yeah, Laura, very nice. There you go, Diane. All the way up. 3 to 5 more. Breathing in, coming down, and breathing out, standing tall. Awesome. 15 seconds left. Good focus. And the time's always a recommendation. So if at any point you're like, that's good for me, listen to that intuition. It's not being lazy, it's being smart. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Go ahead and set the weights down. Keep some space. And then we're going to head into round 2, working those push-ups. We're doing 2 rounds here today, just kind of getting some good touches on some core movements. All right, we'll make our way over to our push-up and mounting climber station. Midline nice and strong. In 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, we're going to lead with your heart. Hips level to the shoulders. And then breathing out as we pull that knee nice and high. Heart lowers down, pushing away. And nice high knee drive. Good. Now, if at any point you get to where you're like, I don't know if I can do another push-up, I encourage you to just stay at the top of the plank. You're still going to be working that upper body, but without going to that breaking point. So I don't want you to start to break your form. And it's also wonderful to give some attention to the lower body as you do these push-ups. So I'm engaging my glutes, meaning squeezing my bum, and pulling my thighs up and away from the knees. The more you engage that lower body, the easier it is to hold that nice, strong plank. Excellent. Final 10 seconds. Going down, pushing away. And final time on the mountain climber. 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job. Walk it up. Next, we're going to do that behind the back stretch. So if you can reach the hands together, go ahead and grab onto your hands. Say you couldn't reach your hands together, you could use a towel, a sweatshirt, anything that can help you to hold on behind the back. And now extend those elbows, lift the arms, your shirt away from your body, walk your feet nice and wide. And if you'd like, push your knees wide as you bow down and bring the arms over top of your torso. Chin in, look right between your thighs. Breathe here. And before you get too much blood in your head, push through your legs, make your way back up, nice and gradual. Woo. Give yourself a minute, let the blood rush out of your head. And now we're going to return to the surface that you used for your push-up. We're going to get a nice opening for the mid-back. Once again, I'm going to walk my feet back and go ahead and lower your head between the arms. Pushing down against that chair or the couch, the countertop. There you go. Perfect, Diane. Nice, Laura. Protect that low back. Make sure the stomach keeps drawn in, though we're just trying to guide your heart towards the floor. I like to feel this stretch in the sides of my body as well. If I push through my palms, I can kind of activate those lats a little bit, the big muscles in the sides of your torso. When you're ready, come back up and walk the feet in. Excellent. All right, we got one more little circuit. We're going to start with some squatting. So you can either squat maybe behind the chair if you're someone that is challenged by the squat. On the first round, you can join me and we'll work in and out of the chair with our sit and stand. So I'm going to start from seated, feet flat on the ground. Those of you that want to work the regular squat, some of you know it well, just start from standing. When you're ready, reach the arms out as you pull up, standing tall, resting the arms down. And then as you go to sit back, arms reach out, chest stays tall, take it all the way back. Good, drive the legs and stand. Good, nice, Laura, breathing in. And I try not to sit all the way down. So if you have the capacity, just lightly touch your thighs or your hips to the ground and then stand up. That's great. If you do need to sit down, see if you can sit down softly. Awesome. And then stand it up. Good. One or two more times. Back and down, lightly touch, and all the way through. Good. Take the rest there. All right. Next, if you're using the chair, give a little space. If you have some very light weights, 1, 2, 3, probably not more than 5, we're going to do what we call our tricep kickback. You can also make a fist, and we're going to be bowing forward, and we're just going to be extending the arms back. So I got these 5 counters that I'm going to be using. You want to draw your stomach in, toes pointing forward. Make sure the shoulders are drawn back. And now we're going to bow down. I'll start by reaching the arms forward. And I'm going to pull my elbows into my sides. I'm going to keep the elbows there as I then extend the elbows. So I extend my elbows and then I curl the weights into my shoulders. Extend back and curl in. Good. We're also challenging your midline here in what we call your posterior chain. So keep your belly engaged. Good. You got it, Diane. Bend the elbows. So elbows bend a little bit more and then up. So curl it in and then extend it back. So I curl and then extend. Nice. Maybe one more time. In and back and up. Woo! Good. Take a break. Stand it tall. Let's give a little relief to that lower back with some hip circles. Very good. Circling through. And then turn it the other way. Perfect. All right. We're going to go back to our lateral steps this time and add a little arm circle if you can do it. If you can't circle overhead, then circle, or not circle, but swing side to side. So our step jacks or our seal jacks, we're going to go 20 seconds here. That will conclude our first round, and then we're going to do it one more time through, starting back with those squats. So first we'll have a little stretch and water break. Nice, friends. Less than 10 seconds. These lateral steps kind of just help that agility, help prevent falls, and take a break. Good job. We take about a minute or so to rest. Those of you that can grab your foot, even when you're standing up, we're going to do our quad stretch from standing. It's going to mimic what we did on the floor earlier in this session. So I definitely recommend standing near something that you can hold on to. If you can't grab your foot, step your foot back and raise that arm up so you open through the hip flexors. If you can grab the foot that would be back is the one you're going to grab. Beautiful. If you want that bigger challenge, you can practice your balance here, keeping close to your area. Nice. Yeah, I'm a little wobbly myself, especially near the end of our session. Careful. And release that foot. Maybe a little sway side to side. And then we'll get ready for that second side. So once again, if you're like, I could not grab my foot, you're going to step the opposite foot back, raise that same side arm up, so that you kind of lengthen through the front of the hip and torso. Those of you that can grab the foot, go ahead and get into that quad stretch. Try to keep the shoulders stacked over the hips. Your choice if you want to challenge the balance. Just watch that you don't sink into your hips and let it kick out. So lift up, squeeze. Really good, ladies. And any gentlemen that are there, and 2, 1, set it on down. Woo. All right, 30 seconds until we come into our last round. We're going to be going back to our squats. So I'm going to be using not the chair to get down and up, but I'm going to use the chair if you need to help encourage your hips a little bit deeper. Those of you that have the full range, if you want to hold a light weight right underneath the chin, we'll hold this light weight for the last round. All right, friends, no matter where you are, if you're in the chair, standing tall, check in with your feet, slight toe out, like 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock on the dial. And then when you're ready, as you breathe in, reach your hips back, eyes looking up and forward. And then as you breathe out, drive straight down for those legs. Excellent. Sitting back and down. Standing tall. Good. Remember, you can hold on to your chair if it helps you. Sitting back, eyes up. And now chest up, legs push. Woo, good job. Anywhere between 1 and 3 more. Coming down. Pushing tall. Ah, there you go. Keep it going, crew. 1 or 2 more. Down, down, down. Eyes up, Laura. And stand. Your choice if you want 1 more. If you had enough. Good job. You can do it. And stand. Nice, Diane. All right, crew. Tricep extensions. With or without weights. So Diane, watch me really quick. I'm going to come up and we're just going to bend and extend at the elbows here, both arms together. Instead of reaching straight out, you're going to keep them up the whole time. Make sense? So it's like the top of that torso row. All right, Laura, go ahead and stand up. We haven't quite started yet. She's into it. Draw the stomach in, make sure you're nice and neutral to the spine. Long spine. And now we reach forward, hold the elbows up, keep them there. And now we extend back. Good. Bend them in, palms towards your shoulders, and back. Excellent. Chin in, midline is brace. This is one of our more challenging exercises, even though it looks kind of simple. Breathe in as you curl the arms. Breathe out as you extend the arms. Anytime you need a break, if your low back says, I'm tired, stand it up. Otherwise, 1 or 2 more. And go ahead and rest. Nice work. If you're using those weights, set them down. We'll go back to give a little relief for the hips. We're going to go into our hula girl. Blow in and in the Hawaiian breeze. Ah, good. Now we'll try to flow the opposite way. I always question myself, what if I actually did a different direction? Awesome. All right, before our final cool down stretch, let's take it into our step jacks or seal jacks. 30 seconds here. Finish nice and strong, friends. Moving for the holidays. Want to move every day. Keep your body strong, keep your body vital. And also just help to elevate your mood. If we start to feel a little sluggish, especially those of us that live in like cloudier, colder climates, movement is really our friend. Even here in Arizona, it can get a little bit dreary these days. And take that rest. Wonderful job. All right, let's grab a sip of water and then meet me in the chair. We're going to finish with our figure 4 stretch. Nice work, everyone. I'm not going to do it with you today, but doorway pec stretch would be a fantastic exercise to also add in throughout the day, not just today, but every day. But especially after you work those push-ups, it's good to open up through the chest. All right, figure 4, when you're ready, your right leg, go ahead and pick it up. Draw the shoulders back and try to swing that leg over the opposite thigh. See if you can grab the ankle. And now you're just trying to make a figure 4 with your hip. Whew, and tight on the side. Take the foot and pull the toes towards that knee. Draw the shoulders back and down. Let's just breathe. As you're breathing here, see if you can focus your thoughts towards some areas of gratitude. Grateful that we can meet together here, even if we're on the screen. Grateful that we can move our bodies and stretch our bodies and stay strong as we get older. The younger you start, the easier it is. All right, when you're ready, we're going to come out of that figure 4 in between legs. We're going to do our little seated forward fold. So with both feet flat on the ground, hands on the knees, chin to the chest, gently slide them down, reaching for the floor. Tuck the chin in, look between your legs, and now send your air, trying to expand your rib cage in the back of the body. As you breathe out, see if your body gives you a little bit more length. One more big breath in. Smooth breath out. And then on your next inhale, gradually come back up. Really good. All right, we're going to come into figure 4 with your left leg. So we'll pick it up, cross it over, grab that ankle, and re-establish that tall posture. I'm trying to really spread through my shoulders, collarbones out, shoulders down. And now I can really feel how much easier it is on this side. If you're like me and you notice that one side is more stiff than the other, in these group classes, I just give you equal time on both sides. But if I was working individually with you and we noticed one side is tighter than the other, then I would recommend go back and start with your stiff side, stretch your more mobile side, and then give a second round on that stiffer side. Same idea if you have a strength imbalance. If you notice like your step-ups are really weak on one side, you can do a couple extra reps on that area that you're trying to improve your strength. All right, making your way out of that figure 4. And then we'll do our final breaths together with those feet flat on the ground. I invite you to bring your palms together in front of your heart. Go ahead and take a nice big cleansing breath in. Raise those arms up to overhead. And then feel free a little audible sigh out. Lovely. Twice more. Breathe in some love, some grace, some gratitude. Try to lift up out of your seat as you reach for the sky. Let go any stress, any tension. Awesome. One more time. Breathe in joy and peace. And if you let go of all your stress, breathe out that joy and peace, some love. Share it with your friends. Share it with your neighbors. Awesome. All right. Give yourself a round of applause. Acknowledge what you did show up, what you did get done. And take care of yourself. Remember, life is meant to be enjoyed. So stay happy, stay healthy through this holiday season.